Hey folks, Tanya Smith here of Get Noticed with Video and Stream Like a Boss TV. So I'm going to do a really quick refresh of what's going on over at Streamyard. Streamyard is one of several platforms that I have recommended over the past few years, especially if you're a new person to live video. So you're a newbie to live streaming. Streamyard has always been my go-to and the place that I refer people to go to get started. But there are other competing platforms. And so one of the things that I like to do is to spend time in each of those spaces and get a feel for what's going on. So I've been away from StreamYard for a little while and didn't realize how many things they've actually upgraded. Let's go through a few of the features that I spotlight for you in this next clip. And we're inside of the StreamYard dashboard right now. So there's a couple of things I want to spotlight for you because I know many of you who have followed me for some time know that I have been using other streaming platforms. I still waffle back and forth between using StreamYard, Restream. Those are my two primary, but I also own vMix and a couple of other things. I use OBS from time to time. And the reason why I try to get familiar with all of these is so that I can go and pass on changes, features, differentiators to you as my audience member. So I wanted to share with you the dashboard and a few changes that I have noticed over the past couple of months. And even the past couple of days, there have been some changes that I really felt like I needed to highlight. So the first thing I'm going to point out is that StreamYard continues to maintain their very simplistic dashboard. It's very white space. It's simple, minimalistic. There's not a lot that confuses you if you're new to using this space. It's one of the reasons why I often recommend for new streamers to try StreamYard because it will make you look professional and it doesn't have a really heavy learning curve. Now, for those of you who do have some struggle with understanding how to use the different features, I do have a tutorial that is available. Just ping me and let me know you need access to that. Okay, so let's talk about the actual dashboard. So I have not been in here for a while and I'm just kind of re-exploring and getting to know the space again myself. But I'll tell you a couple of things that I can point out right now that are brand new to me. One is that the members area is brand new and I think it's brand new to everyone, but I love this because now you're able to actually invite a team member who will then have access to co-host or the ability to be able to drive your live stream while you're paying attention to your guest, managing other things within your space and providing service and awesome tips, education, etc. through your stream. So you can have your team member in the background handling your admin work, which is awesome. I've actually offered to be a remote team member for others who have been doing streams, and I love being able to do that because I can drive all the technology. Well, now instead of you having to share your account password and all of that, you now are actually able to invite a team member, one or more. One apparently is included for free right now. And then they're offering a Teams add-on at a discount for a limited time. So you can add on more people, more seats if you need them. Love this feature and love the ability to be able to do this. Now, this is different from your guests. Your guests can still come on as guests, but they will not have access to the controls and the dashboard and that type of thing. So there is a differentiator in roles here, okay? Now, that's one thing. And you will see, let's see, team settings right here. You can rename your team. There's billing information. I'm not going to go to that right now, but I love that that's available. Okay, next, I want to show you recording storage in case any of you have missed this because I did not know they had this until my buddy Stephen Hart shared this with me when I was interviewing him. And let me tell you a funny story. In my Restream platform, I actually lost the interview because I did not download it quickly. Like I normally have this process where I do that, but I did not download it within the 10 to 14 day time limit that they give you over there for recordings to be stored. So I lost it and ended up having to beg and plead for him to come back and redo our live broadcast. Now, with this, it looks like StreamYard has updated to permanent storage as long as you don't go over their 50-hour limit. That's pretty spectacular. So you can literally do your broadcast and have your recordings stored. They'll be stored under this videos tab, I believe. And that will be permanently stored until you get rid of it, or unless you go over the 50 hours. You can even add more storage space if you need it inside of StreamYard. So that's really incredible. I like that feature has been added. Okay, destinations, depending on the plan that you have, and I do have the top individual plan. I do not have a business plan. I have the individual plan, which is about $49 a month. And I'm able to have multiple destinations, as many as I need, right? Now, if you have a lower level plan, you may have a limit on the number of destinations. So you'll want to check out your pricing and your plan and see what really makes sense for you. Okay. That's important. Look at what works for you. Next, I'm going to go to the broadcast area and I'm going to show you a couple of things that I want you to kind of pay attention to. So again, you've got your past recordings that will be here. Wow, they have some of my stuff from January. How cool is that? Because of the permanent storage. All right. So upcoming will be the broadcast that you're creating now. I'm just going to go into this studio test that I've created. And let me see if there's anything here that we need to note. Nope, that's still the same. So when we go in here into entering the studio, you're going to see my face pop up here in just a minute. There I am. You want to definitely check your settings as you normally do. Nothing has changed there. It looks like they also still give you the ability to add yourself to the stream from down here. Whereas with some of the other platforms, you're going to find that you're already automatically on the streaming platform. You want to make sure when you're in StreamYard that you add yourself into the video space, or else it will just display a black rectangle. Which we do not want. Okay, couple of things I want to show you over here, and let's see if anything has changed. I absolutely have always enjoyed the fact that they have folders so that you can create different banners for your specific stream. One thing that we know that StreamYard has that others don't necessarily have is this ability to have the ticker, right? So you can have a scrolling ticker that goes across the bottom of your screen as you're speaking. I do love that, and I've kind of missed it, to be honest with you. But look, you can create folders. So if you have, for instance, various episodes or there's different shows that you do, then you can create a set of banners per show, right? So let's say you have an interview show, a guest interview show, and there's certain banners you want to show for that. But then you have another type of show where you are just doing kind of an individual lecture or educational series, then you can create banners for that and they will be organized inside your folders area. Now, as far as branding, the only thing that I see that's changed here is that they've given us some different themes, whereas before they only had maybe one or two. I see a couple more that have been added since I was last in here. So I do like that feature. You can still change your logos. You can still add overlays. My understanding is you can also add GIFs. Yeah, I thought so. You can't always add these in some of the other streaming platforms. So I like the fact that you can have these GIFs, GIFs. Some people say GIFs. But you can have these and just show those inside of your video as well. So I love playing with that kind of stuff. You can still add your video clips. You can have different backgrounds. Now, notice that I have my green screen up. It's just because I wanted to do a quick green screen test with you. So let's see if we can find where that feature is right now. Let's see. Yes, and this is the other thing I wanted to show you as well. I'm going to show you something really fun. Two things first, though. One, now you have in beta the opportunity to record separate audio files for each guest. Let me explain why that works or why that's important. I'll tell you, I had done a video, done a video interview several months ago. And in the process, I knew my video, my microphone sounded great, but my guests did not. So I was able in the other platform to pull the separate audio files and to fix, right? Balance the other person's audio and then merge them back together so it all sounded clean instead of having one person sounding really choppy and the other person sounding great. it gave us that balance. So that would be the purpose and kind of the advantage to using this record a separate audio file for each guest. If you've got multiple guests and you're doing a podcast, for instance, that could be a lifesaver. So I'm going to play around with the green screen, but then we have to mess with this hotkeys thing. And honestly, I won't test it now because I don't have my Stream Deck up and running, but I'm going to be running that. And I wanted to mention to you that it's there and tell you what that's all about. So the green screen feature, when you go in here, just like in Zoom, if any of you use Zoom, and I don't have my green screen fully set up the way that it would normally be, and I don't have all my lighting even and all of that, but you'll kind of get the gist of what I'm doing when I switch it up right here. So what I love about StreamYard's green screen feature is you don't have to go somewhere else. You don't have to get another platform in order to make it work. You simply turn it on, have your green screen behind you, set yourself up and click the button and it's a go, right? You can even store your images, your background images that you want to keep in here so that you can flip back and forth depending on what you're talking about in your video recording. So love that's still available. I always have appreciated that they have this green screen feature built in. Okay, I'm going to take that back off for now. Now let's talk about hotkeys. So here's what the deal is with hotkeys. These hotkeys that they now have can actually be programmed to work inside of your Stream Deck or work with your Stream Deck. So Stream Deck, if you don't know what that is, let me try to show you. And again, I don't have mine on right now, but I'll try to show you in here. I have a little bitty one. Let's pull it back a little bit. I have a Stream Deck. This is a smaller version. There are larger versions. There's an even smaller one than the one you see that I have right here. But the Stream Deck, the purpose of that is to be able to give you really quick hitter buttons. Like you can click a button and you can turn your lights on in your studio. You can click a button and you can go to different spaces and controls. You can pop up certain banners if you're using StreamYard with Stream Deck. My assumption is you'll be able to switch your banners. You'll be able to add or show certain comments. You'll be able to play music. You can do all kinds of things with your Stream Deck. And now that they have hotkeys programmed with StreamYard, that's going to make it super simple for you to program. I know that there is a help article, so if anybody needs the help article that's in the StreamYard knowledge base, I can attach a link or share that link with you if you just message me here in the comments for this video. But I'm really kind of excited about the things that StreamYard is doing. The other thing that I will leave you with that I really think is great about StreamYard, and I always have, is that I really do, and I'll show you what comments look like in case anybody was wondering. I really do appreciate the fact that they have such an active community. There are other platforms out there, yes, that have communities, but they're not nearly as active and engaged. I mean, with StreamYard, they do things like have a weekly show where they're gathering information and they're getting your questions and they're trying to find out what it is you need and what you want so that they can leverage those answers and decide based on what the popularity of a certain option might be if they're going to implement it or not. I think that's amazing. And that is something that I do in my own business is I try to listen to the folks that are paying attention to me, ask them, what do you need? And then give it to them. So super spectacular formula, of course, for success. And I love that they're doing that. The other thing is that StreamYard also had a recent injection of funds when I think they were either purchased by Hopin, which is a platform for delivering events, live events and virtual events. And I think that it is a really nice partnership that the two of them have. And I can imagine that that's going to open some doors as well for other things, other features to be added, other opportunities for you as a live streamer, as someone who's going to be doing live video to be able to take advantage of. So really excited about all that they're doing. And I'm looking forward to sharing more of the updates with you. I am going to test this out and use StreamYard for my next broadcast on this coming Thursday. So we'll play around with it in real time, and maybe I'll even program my hotkeys by then in my Stream Deck so I can show you some of the possibilities. But I just wanted to do this quick video to showcase to you some of the things that I'm absolutely enjoying and loving about the StreamYard updates and features. Of course, I am not exclusively a promoter of this particular app, but I do promote it along with other apps. And I think there is a benefit to you using this particular space if you are brand new to streaming, because it is so easy to use. All right. Again, if you need help, if you need that tutorial that I've created, reach out to me so that I can make sure to send you the information on how you can sign up to get access. I'm Tanya Smith with Get Noticed with Video and Stream Like a Boss TV, and I will see you next time.